right, we're getting there. Holy cow. What a crazy mess that's been. All right. Let's see, we gotta go to YouTube. Copy the link. Click this. Pause it. Copy. Go back to that. Close that. Click here. Paste. There we go. Hang out. There we go. That's posted. All right, I'm getting people in here now. Put this over here. Close this down. All right, there we go. Close this. All right, a pain in the butt. You can just throw your questions up there. If I don't see it, because the chat goes by kind of fast sometimes, then just ask again. Turn that to live chat. It's the last thing I gotta do. I think we're done. All right, we're trying this on the computer again. Phone's too close to being dead, so we're trying this on the computer. I went to start streaming on the phone and realized how dead it was, so I was like, that ain't gonna work. So I had to close the stream down and then open it back up on the computer. So we'll see how this goes tonight. I don't know. Not sure how well it will go. It might, maybe because it's the evening, it'll be okay, but we'll see. Woo! Technical difficulty. Yeah, the phone was just too dead. Like, it was on for, I didn't realize how dead the phone was. Who we got in here? We got Sasha with the shield. I like it. We got Riff, Michael, Blazin, Blind, Super, 420, Dank, WR, Jeremy, Dan, Smoke, Kyle, Scotty, Artful, Joe. Smoker Joe's got his shield on. I love it. We got Pat, Riff, Scott, Trent, Canna, Troy, D18, Blue Sky, Riff, Steve, Stan, Circus, A. Schmitty, Dan. Oh, I said Dan already. Manny, Circus, Just Coolin, Step, Riffs, Cliff, 420, 4G63, Amber. Yep, there's a live today. It was close. I was running out. I was starting to run out of time. Air Force, RLP, Mobile, Dad with his shield. Love it. Daddy-O, Nick, Riff. I said Riff. Evan, Cottonmouth, SoCal, Pat. Were you delayed from earlier? Later is better for me, but I thought you were going to go at 5. Yeah, I was going to go, and then I remembered I had a daddy-daughter dance with my daughter earlier with Princess GT, so I was like, that ain't going to work to go at 4:30 because I had to pick her up from school at 4. Then we had to go home. We had to get ready, shower, shave, haircut, get dressed. She had to get makeup on. I'm not a fan of makeup on Princess GT, but she does look cute with it, but I'm not a fan. And then we had to be up at her school at 6, like right after 6 o'clock. So there was no way 4:30 was going to work today. But we made it. We made it here. How do we get the shield? That's a YouTube thing. So if you join YouTube, they have a little join button on the channel. If you join YouTube, it'll give you that little shield. I think they charge you like $4.99 a month for it, but you get that cool little shield. But yeah, so it was super, super busy. I literally just got home, sat down, had a small amount of dinner, and then came up here immediately and started streaming. But we're only going to do like 30 minutes tonight because I've been running all day. I had consults all day. I was on the road all day for the regular job. I was doing the consults on like the side of the road. I was pulling over in my truck and just doing the consults throughout the day. Did I mention I love the GT hoodie? The comments I get on it are unreal. I haven't run into anybody yet that knew what. Yeah, that's the point. I'll run into one of y'all one day. Well, I'm on the show all the time. I don't get recognized very often, so I kind of like it. I couldn't imagine being like, super super famous and just have people like looking at you all over the place everywhere you went. I don't think I'd like that. Dad's never liked makeup. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. She does look cute, but I'm not a fan. Where are you growing presently? There's always PFG growing. I just started some sour grape rock candy. We're going to do a little pheno hunt with it. I just cut down Cherry Atomic Sledgehammer Gen 2. I just cut down a little bit ago some early Lemon Berry. I just cut down some Spartan Skunk OG. Oh, no. Spartan Sour Diesel. You got anything else growing right now? Ragnarok we just cut down. I don't know. That's pretty good right there. About to have some Slurricane. I don't know. I need to order some Slurricane. That's one of the ones that are on the list I didn't get the other day. Dude, they played like so much Taylor Swift. The girls are all screaming while they're playing Taylor Swift. It was loud. Hey, what's up? Have you ever had a bad bag of soil? Yeah, so you can get bad bags of soil pretty easy. If it's old, it's all rock hard, stuck together, or it could have moldy, mildewy. I've opened bags before where I like took a couple scoops out and there was just white shit and white and yellow like fuzz growing all through it. Right into the trash. I ain't putting that in my fucking garden. Are you going to do our consults through Google Meet like we used to? Well, even on the website's hooked up. It has Google Meet hooked up to it. So you can either do them on Google Meet or you can do the consults on the Discord. Either way, I don't care. Bottom's dying first. Yeah, so the plant, it's going to use up the bottom of the plant first because that's the oldest. I love Fox Farms, not the sea stuff. So you don't like the ocean forest? Well, they're made for two different things. For like the Happy Frog is made for veg, and then the ocean forest or the strawberry fields are made for flower. We had a guy on Discord a couple of years ago whose bag of ocean forest tested. Yeah, that's a super, super hot bag. 6 Spartan Sour Diesel in veg right now. Nice. I like it. Woo! Call live. It's going to be a short live. I'll tell you that right now. We're going to do 30 minutes probably total. I am freaking exhausted. I was at the dance and I was like, I still have to do a live tonight. I've been running since, I don't know, 5 o'clock this morning, just going. This is probably the longest 10 minutes. I've been on here for 9. This is the longest I've sat down all day. It's official. Just joined the VIP this morning. Hey, brother. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Woo! Good evening, y'all. Hey, good evening. Oh, man. What matters more, water temp or the time to get chlorine out when using tap water? Well, you definitely want to get the chlorine out. So I always make my water the day before, but it's not like one or the other doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like they both matter. You don't want to put like 30-degree water in there. That's just too cold. So they both matter, but you got to leave it sit out so it dechlorinates it, or you could just get like an RO machine and then you don't have to worry about it. Purple Ghost Candy. I love the name of that one. In your bank. You have any tips? Grow it like PFG. You'd be just fine. Go get some R&R. You know what? In 19 minutes, I will. I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to go get in bed. And then I got my son's got a band concert in the morning for his school. So I'll be right back up. And my daughter's got a birthday party in the morning. So she's already asleep. She's exhausted from the dance. She's got a birthday party in the morning. We're going to drop her off at 7 in the morning. Then we go to then I have to come back, get my son ready for his band concert, and be at his band concert by like 8:15 or something. How your shirts run? They run a little bit big, but I think they're sized pretty accurately. I still need to get enough light for my 4x4. 600 watts is all you need in 4x4. 650 is kind of optimal, but 600 worked just great. Same time tomorrow night? No, tomorrow I'm trying to do 4:30-ish this coming up week. The first week we did kind of like the time like right now, like 9:30 Central Time. Then the week after, second week of February, we did like 11:30-ish. And then last week we did like 6:30-ish. I think we tried for like 4:30-ish, 4:20-ish this coming up week. There's always PFG in stock. What does your son play? He plays the clarinet or he plays Assassin's Creed all day on my computer. Like they were having their snow days here last week on here on Assassin's Creed all day. He loves that game. Yeah, no S words, please. Should I be aerating? No, you don't have to do that with RO. RO takes all that stuff out. Will it hurt anything? No. Do you have to? Also, no. Not when you're doing RO water. GT, I've been away for a while, but got some PFG I got years ago. It's in week 8 now. I didn't top this plant, and it's the most frosty. Oh, nice. Yeah, PFG is still awesome. There's literally cultivation places that give it to, that sell it at dispensaries. GT, I can't get enough of this Magic Candy Mountain. Definitely the Lemon Earth Pheno. Nice. And I'm getting some of the Granddaddy Perp flavors. Ah, nice. I like it. Do you pH test if you're only using Happy Frog? Well, I always will pH test my water before I put it into my plant. I mean, because what you don't know is what if they change something. If you're using tap water, they change the formula of what your tap water comes out all the time. So like my buddy was doing this and his tap water was coming out at 7.8. He's like, man, everything's yellowing up. And we're like running through what he was doing. And I couldn't figure out what he was doing wrong. I was like, well, and then I looked over and his PPM pin was still in the box with tape on the end. I go, you're not using this? He's like, no, I'm just getting water out of the sink and dumping it in here. I was like, oh, well, let's test it. And we checked it, and the water coming out of his tap was 7.8. I'm like, oh, well, here we go. Strawberry, 8 to 9 weeks. 9 weeks. Yeah, probably 9 weeks. Most people's 9 weeks. GT, can you please talk about pH target differences between veg and flower, if there are any? There are 0. So anybody that tells you that whatever you're putting in there, as long as your pH is above 5.1, below 6.9, give it to it. You don't even need to adjust it. If the plant needs something in a different range, the plant will take care of that. I literally just did a video on this and like why your pH is costing you yield, and it's because I get this question a lot where people are like, I constantly pH at 6.3, but whenever I check my plants run off pH, I don't know why you're checking it. I checked the runoff pH. It's like 5.3 for 3 weeks, and then the next week it's 6.5, and it's never where I put it. Yeah, that's because the plant picks up different stuff at different pH ranges, and it doesn't care where you put it in at. So it will adjust the pH range of its media all by itself with the help of the rhizosphere. So as long as you feed it above 5.1 and below 6.9, it doesn't matter if you always put it in at 6.5 or you always put it in at 6.8. It will constantly move itself around because it will move it around based on what it needs to pick up, not where you want the pH range. So you can relax on it. It's not something you need to stress about. Yeah. All right. All right. And they'll always be just fine. Got Taylor Swift stuck in my head. My SM is already at week 5. I already see it in purple. Yeah, I like it. I never thought of that. Thanks. Yeah, it's a lot of people get confused on it. There's just so much, especially if you're reading anywhere. These people get so hyped up on the pH. It's like a weird cult when it comes to canna growing. Yeah, dude, I got Taylor Swift stuck in my head. That's like 90% of the songs at the daddy daughter dance are Taylor Swift, and all the girls are just screaming it at the top of their lungs. So it was rather ridiculous. My daughter's obsessed with Taylor Swift. I feel your pain. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't mind it. It's not my chosen music, but most daughters don't like the same music their dad does. So counting Taylor Swifts to fall asleep. There you go. Yeah, no worries, Ed. If you don't ask the questions, how will you ever know? pH does matter. Yeah, so if you're dealing in hydro, it does matter, but it's still not super strict. If I'm in my turbo cloner, I'm like between 5.5 and 6.4, so it tightens it up a little bit, but nothing crazy. But it will tighten it up a little bit more. But you do have to watch it a little bit. You have to whenever you're running hydro, you have to recheck your pH every day to make sure you don't need to adjust it, because your pH will change from day to day. So like whenever I have my big reservoir downstairs, I have a 60-gallon reservoir. Every morning I get up, I go down there and I check the reservoir just to make sure we're still in my limits. As long as we're above 5.5, below 6.4, I leave the reservoir alone. If I go in there one morning and it's at 6.9, I'll take some pH down, drop it down some, and then I go on about my day, because then the reservoir handles the watering all by itself. GT, do you home chef sometimes? I've never home chefed. Dave from Iowa, how you doing, Dave from Iowa? I would rather my plant herm listen to Taylor Swift. Yeah, I mean, you just got to do it sometimes, it's not all the girls, they request the songs, and you're pretty much just locked in to whatever 100 like 2nd through 5th graders are wanting to listen to. You know what I mean? So it's, what are you going to do? They're all going to pick Taylor Swift songs. So as a dad, you just kind of have to sit there and deal with it. Yeah, I shoot for 5.8. Yeah, 5.8 work rate in the turbo cloner. I don't ever get super strict with it. I'm way more strict when I'm in like the turbo cloner, stuff like that. I'm way more strict with water temperature than I am with my pH. Once again, as long as I'm over 5.5, below 6.4, I'm completely happy with it. I'm not going to use a bunch of pH up and down trying to get it to just at 5.8. I'm not going to use a bunch of pH up and down. I've never found that it mattered that much, because what you'll find is whenever you're adding the different formulas, the pH will kind of go up and down by itself. Like when you're in, whenever you do some of the mixes, it'll be closer to like 5.8. And then when you do some of the mixes, it'll be closer to 6.3 for the different weeks. And what I found is that variation of that variation of the pH, because these plants do pick up different stuff in different pH ranges. So I don't ever want to lock it in just to one. I think that costs me yield, especially in a hydro setup where I don't ever move it. Now, if it's only, you're only doing it in the seedling, cloning thing, it doesn't really matter. You tell me Princess GT's favorite band is not Metallica? No. Will she listen to it? Yes, but she's not really either. She's not a huge Taylor Swift fan, but all of her friends are. They all listen to Taylor Swift, so she'll sing and dance with it. I got my Metallica shit together. Should I go to Virginia Tech gig? I got a lot more to booked, but I am safe in VA. Dude, the Virginia Tech, like when their football team comes out to Metallica, that's got to be the best college football entrance on the planet. So have you guys ever seen the video of that? Do Virginia Tech Metallica football, college football. Just type that into YouTube next time you're on there and watch. If you've never seen that, like the whole stadium is just freaking jumping to Metallica whenever they come out. It's one of the coolest things ever. By the way, my plant looks great today. Water, sun, water day, some silica, water, molasses. Yeah, nice. Perfect. Dads have to do what dads have to do. Yeah, exactly. What do you do? You gonna argue with a bunch of, argue with 100 elementary school girls? She had a blast though, so it's worth it. What weeks are you dropping your temps during flower? I haven't found that I have to. So I've done that where we drop temps. We've done it where we turn the lights, where we give them extra light at the end. We've done it where we give them, days of darkness at the end. We've done it where we dumped ice in the pots to lower temps. So we've done about every kind of testing you can do, and we haven't found any noticeable difference in the end product, in the end yield or taste profile, terpene profile. We haven't found anything to suggest that any of the above makes a bit of difference. So can you do it? Can you run whatever temperature you want? Of course. Do I think it'll make any marketable difference where you need to stress yourself out about it? No. Hey, what's up, Pin? Like that shield you got there, brother. Last order's in. Nice. Thank you. GT, you have your hands full. I don't know how you do it. I don't sleep a lot. I sleep about 3.5 hours a night, and you'll find when you have an extra 5 or so hours a day, you can get a lot more stuff done in the day. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, when you don't sleep as much, you can get a lot more stuff done throughout your day. There, get the Taylor Swift hum out of my head. Put something else in there. Any advice why HydroGuard is having a negative effect on your hydro? How so? I use HydroGuard all the time in mine. I use 2 milliliters per gallon of water, so my reservoir is 60 gallons. So every week when I change the water out, I put 120 milliliters of HydroGuard in there. I've never had a problem with it. What kind of bad effects is it having? Mine works really well. You're helping the masses. Thank you. I appreciate it. Virginia Tech, Enter Sandman. Wow, that was awesome. Yeah, if you've never seen it, if you never, just type in Virginia Tech, Enter Sandman, college football, and watch the whole stadium when they start playing Enter Sandman. The whole stadium starts jumping. They can actually register it on they can actually register it on the Richter scale every time they have a game. Whenever they do that walkout, because everybody jumping, it picks up like it's an earthquake. Hey, GT, I didn't think about allowing the pH range to fluctuate within the optimal ranges and allow the plant to eat what it needs at the different ranges. Yeah, so that's a huge thing. Like I found I've had way better results instead of trying to be super strict with the pH whenever I'm in hydro. I found I've had way better results when I've just let it naturally kind of fluctuate through the different weeks. And I think it's whenever I'm in hydro, it's one of the reasons that, you know, the gardens look like they look. My bottle's pretty old, but I did just open it. And well, you know, that's it could be your problem right there. So you don't ever buy the old stuff, not even if it's on discount. Which of your cars you like better, the Trans Am or the Fox Body? Well, the Fox Body takes up less room in the trailer. The F Body, the Trans Am, was longer. Both very cool though. But I've been racing Fox Bodies for a long time. That was my first fourth gen that I've raced. They just take up so much room in the trailer. They're so much longer. And they wheelie. They wheelie really bad. Just constantly trying to keep that front end down on that car. What's the skinny on Power SI Bloom? It works just fine. Personally, I get all my silica from I get all my silica from my diatomaceous earth. So, bro, should I go to Virginia Tech? I have season ticket for the Metallica Floor GA general admission. Nice. Yeah, the Virginia Tech walkout is insane if you've never watched it. I'm telling you, it's freaking so cool. I live on a 40-acre ranch. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I grew up on land with a bunch of animals, so I get it. You've been going live every day. Yeah, the whole month of February we're trying to go live. Are you able to give us the? I don't even mess with VPD. I don't care about it at all. I pay zero attention to VPD. Zero. I don't care what PPFD says. I don't care what PAR readings are. I just pay attention to the plant and I adjust accordingly. You will never hear me talk about VPD. I think it's silly. And my plants always look really, really ridiculously good, no matter if I'm growing in the winter or the summer or anything. Oh, hi GT. I tend to get yellow tips at the end of the fan leaves. That's from nutrient burn. A few weeks into veg, I use Spider Farmer SF2000 3x6. Any advice? That's from overfeeding, brother. So the only reason you get the burns at the end of the tips of the leaves is just from overfeeding. It is what happens when the nutrient buildup. It builds up in the ends of the leaves and burns them. Just back off the food, and if you're just back off what you're giving them. Will Ricky make an appearance tomorrow? I don't think Ricky will make an appearance tomorrow. The store's open for one more day tomorrow, and then the store will close. So if you were looking ever to get one of my T-shirts, like like this one I made last drop, I only make my T-shirts one time, and then I never make my T-shirts again. So like you can't get this design anymore because this was from last time. I do all the designs myself, and you only get one chance to get them. Tomorrow's the last day for the current 3 designs that are in there. They look really cool. I think they look awesome. And tomorrow's the last day before the store closes. Everybody's got their own method of growing, and it doesn't bother me, one way or the other. If somebody else grows different, this is the way I grow. It works really well. GT, so Cash will never come back. No, Cash Gen 2 is 420. That will be 420. So it's only a few months away for generation 2. Do you have any tips for drying and curing? Actually, I got 2 really good videos on it. So on our drying video, I think it was called Drying the C Word. I shot that video over 13 days from the time we cut the plants down and hung them up. It was like day 1. And then I came back in on day 5 and recorded and showed you what I was doing. I came back in on like day 8 or 9 and showed you what I was doing, and like started pulling the drying fan leaves off and stuff. And then on those plants, I think we came in on day 13 and the branches were right where I wanted them. We talked about relative humidity and temperature. It's like a 25-minute video that I shot over the course of 13 days for the drying part. And then I got one for curing too. So it's just curing and then the C word. Plenty of PFG. Hey, what up, ADHD? 420 and the people will rejoice. Yeah, dude, that was crazy with Cherry Atomic Sledgehammer the first time. It was one of the first. It was like it sold out so fast because it dropped in on 420. I think is whenever the double drop went live. That was in April, and then by July it was completely gone. It went so fast. Thank you so much for the input, sir. I'm new to your channel. Hey, well, we welcome you. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Yep, this is Gen 2 Cash coming up. I'm definitely not missing the Cash 2 drop. I wouldn't. Doing some JCKs right now. I'll take some tops and flip those to flowers so I can find the males and get rid of them. Nice. Before I'm even out of seedling stage. Well, you do have to take. Oh, wait. You say you're going to clip them? Oh, you're going to take those and then flip those. Gotcha. Ooh, late to the show. I was late to the show. I was late. I was hoping to do this at 4:30, and then I like halfway through the day today, I was like, oh, crap. I got the daddy-daughter dance tonight, so I can't. It's going to have to be a late show. And we're already over 30 minutes. For fuck's sakes. Were you impressed with the Banner F3? What do you hope to do? The Banner F3 is vicious. The Ragnarok is not meant for new people. I'll put it that way. It's like somebody hit me in the head with a fucking hammer. I don't know if it was the best idea to combine cash, which is super gassy, with a line that had one strongest, you know what, in high times. It might have been a mistake to put like those like 2 kind of like powerhouses together. So careful. That's what I want. There you go. The Heat Seeker Pheno of Cash. Yeah, it's insane. What kind of flower times can I expect strawberry mimosa? Like 9-ish weeks. So is this drop going to be members only? So what do you mean? Like the drop that's currently going on, or the one in 420? Because the one in 420 is going to be members only. The one going on right now, the store is open to the public because it was a collab with Dark Horse, and the store is open for one more day. You can go hang out over at WTTGT, and the store is open for one more day, and then it closes tomorrow evening. And then we're doing a contest. So whenever the store closes on Saturday night, I'm going to put all the numbers into random.org. Hit the button, and then whatever number it comes up with, I'm going to stick $500 in somebody's order on top of it. So, hey GT, I hate cleaning tents, so that sucks because you need to do that every time you reset. Are more expensive genetics really worth it? No, I've actually done videos on this, especially whenever you're new. You should not be growing expensive genetics because you're just going to hurt them, you're going to ruin them, and you're never going to get your money out of them. Just, go with the cheaper stuff at first. Not like trash, like stuff that herms or anything like that. So But just don't go like the people that are like the $300 pack stuff or whatever. You don't need to do that. What's the best efficient way to clean them up? Smarter, not harder. This is the one aspect where you're gonna find that like my like ADHD really kicks in. I like super detail clean my tents after every grow. I take my fans, I take my fans apart, clean the cords of the walls. I pull everything out of it. I wipe the lights down. I wipe everything down. I'll do it with like Lysol wipes. First, I spray everything down with water and then just hand wipe everything down. Then I take Lysol wipes and wipe everything down. And then I actually do a third wipe down where I do it with 10% bleach solution. So probably not the best person to ask about cleaning in between runs an easier way, because I very much preach that you should really be. I think it's one of the reasons I don't ever have problems is because of how well I clean in between. No, I haven't had any. Ragnarok's pretty baseline as far as difficulty grow. BSW was a more advanced grow though. I hope I win it. I hope you win it too. I wish I could have everybody win it. I just saw you have enough flowers to fill up a football stadium. Congrats, sir. Oh, thank you. Shout out from Vegas. Hey, thanks. Thanks there, Mr. Nugs. So I followed Metallica to Toronto. Can I take a vape crossing? Oh, I wouldn't. Not a chance. Isn't it like legal in Canada? Can't you just buy some once you get up there? I wouldn't want to try and cross. I wouldn't want to try and cross the border with it. Yeah, there's no easy way around cleaning your tents. That's one aspect where you should really pay attention to what you're doing. Swiffer with Clorox. Yeah, you can literally put it on one of those sticks and then wipe all the walls down. Yeah. So I actually first I do kind of like I'll go in there and I sweep everything up. I take the mat out. I take it out. I rinse it all off, and then I pull all the equipment out of it. So I completely strip my tents down. I leave the like the skin up, but I completely strip the tents down. I take everything out of it, lights, like the hanging bars. I literally take everything out. The fans come out. I wipe everything down, like everything. I can't wait till you see my blueberry spacewalk. Oh, dude, like the juice is worth the squeeze with that one. We're all winners for being part of the Grow family. I like it. Yes, we're completely legal in Toronto, Canada. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So I wouldn't risk like trying to take stuff over. I would just buy it when you're up there, because you can just get it up there. All right, guys. I went over my 30 minutes. Come hang out with me tomorrow. We'll be more on the normal time and channel. I'm freaking exhausted from today. I'll see you guys next time. I'm tired. Thanks for hanging out this late with me again. This wasn't the scheduled time, but we had a super busy day. But I appreciate you guys all hanging out. And we just had to get in here, get a stream done. We weren't going to make it to the 21st, 3/4 the way through the month, and then not stream. So we got this the 21st, and this month only goes to the 28th. So we're on the downhill slide here. I'll see you guys later. Everybody have a good weekend, and we'll be streaming tomorrow. I'll see you guys.